Yeah, my name is Shaun Lim. I work for Hopu-Arm Innovation Fund. So we are a private equity investment fund that is based out of Hong Kong and China. We focus primarily on technology investments, primarily in Asia and in China, but we also look at deals globally. Yeah, it's my first time in AIM. I've been to Dubai a couple of times, but I think for a conference, this is my first one in where AIM is concerned. I knew about this conference through a good friend of mine, Henny Sander, and she is the international finance chief correspondent of the Financial Times, and she spoke very highly of the conference, and I thought it was interesting, coming, from someone who held this conference in high regard, that I should maybe also be here. Yeah, I was in a session with three other very distinguished gentlemen. We were speaking about global trends in private equity. So I think it was an interesting discussion to discuss what has been going on amidst the current macro backdrop. How the private equity industry is trending and developing. What the attractions of the industry are. What the challenges are. And I think the interesting thing is, we have a good discussion, given that all of us have different backgrounds from different geographies and focusing on different asset classes. The event was great. It was a great turnout. There were a lot more people than I expected. And very crowded. But I guess crowded is good. I had the chance to, over the various breaks, for lunch and coffee sessions, meet with a lot of interesting people. Many distinguished guests as well. So it was a great event, and it was organized very well as well. Yeah, I think it's a great event for different types of attendees, from people like myself, or managers of private equity funds or alternative funds, to LP investors, to also potential entrepreneurs, and companies, and also to people who are covering media, and so I think it's a good event that is very general, but on the other hand, has very in-depth discussions, so I would highly recommend it to anyone.